Good evening, all my South Orange Mayport listeners, and all those other listeners in the towns of Milburn, Livingston, Irvington, West Orange, East Orange, Orange, and Newark. Welcome to In the Village with Anselm and Marjorie on the South Orange Mayport Online Radio Experience, and live on the World Wide Web and SoMore.org, and the only radio show covering all your news, opinions, politics, talk, and sports happening in the South Orange, Mayport, and surrounding communities. You can listen to us every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. And reach us at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626 to participate in the discussion. We have an interesting program lined up for you this evening, and I look forward to your participation in the discussion. Marjorie, welcome.
Thank you, Anselm. Good evening. Good Monday. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. So, how was the weekend?
It's interesting. Interesting weekend. I learned a lot. And restful. And was ready to return to work.
Oh, you didn't do any work this weekend?
No, I worked. I mean, mental work, of course. I didn't go cut the grass or anything.
You normally cut the grass?
Yes, I do.
With a lawnmower?
The lawnmower, not scissors, but with a lawnmower. But I don't really, it's not that much grass to cut. I don't have a gigantic lawn, and after a while, the grass just stops growing because I'm not going to water it every day like some people do. So right now, it's kind of...
Oh, you don't have enough lawn for a gardener. That's what it is.
Of course not. I don't have the money for a gardener. I'm the gardener, and actually, I find that to be quite... relaxing for me.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. So you said the weekend was interesting. What made it so interesting?
Well, let's see. I went to a campaign kickoff.
Campaign kickoff? What
yes.
Is that a Board of Education election campaign
the election
kickoff?
Campaign kickoff.
Okay, for who?
Oh my God! Why was my brain? I just forgot the names of these people.
Baker and
Elizabeth Baker, and
the other one who Elizabeth Baker. But keep going.
Elizabeth Baker and and
no, keep going.
Oh, at any rate. So yeah, that was interesting. It's well attended. Lots of people there. And I went to the meeting to discuss the qualities needed for a superintendent. And that part, so there were several meetings. Different constituencies, and the one that I was at was with people from the coalition, other people of color, people interested in people of color, and I guess there may have been representatives there from the South Orange Maplewood Black parents
of African descent.
So
Maureen Jones.
Maureen Jones. Yes, I'm sorry. Lovely woman. I'm sorry, Maureen. If you ever hear this.
Maureen Jones and
Elizabeth Baker.
Elizabeth Baker. So what did you really learn from their coffee?
I don't know if it's a coffee because it was more than coffee there. They had really nice food. How was that?
Okay,
that was one thing. The candidates both spoke. And the people there to support them were certainly a lot. It wasn't outside. It was inside. The people were kind. It was warm. It was receptive. It wasn't as if it was a question-answer session, so people got to just meet them personally. And you met with their supporters. And
Who's their campaign manager?
You know who their campaign manager is.
No, Steve Latz?
Steve Latz is their campaign manager.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
What about Maluku and Donna Smith? I know you attended something for Donna Smith.
She was at the meeting, for the different constituencies looking for a superintendent.
Okay.
I spoke with her, but I didn't have an extensive conversation with her. And after, and I think that I don't know what the ones were like before. I did speak with someone. Who was at that. It wasn't Elizabeth. It was
Maureen Jones.
Maureen Jones.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just tired. Who said she was there for the other meetings. and probably was there for a part of that meeting. And after that portion of the meeting was over, then parents of students who are special ed or have learning disabilities. But then there weren't that many people there. And I know what the Board of Ed can do to get large numbers of people out to speak about, you know, the qualities that they need or would like to see in a superintendent, what they found. There were three major issues or questions that they fielded. So there was a consultant sitting in the middle of the room with a laptop, and he asked questions and took notes. And three primary questions that were some great things about the district and the community and the schools. What were some challenges within the schools and the community? And what are some great qualities that you would look for or would like to see in the next superintendent?
Now, according to an article in the Village Green, parents want excellent communicator as superintendent. A small but passionate group of parents attending a series of forums Saturday said they wanted a superintendent with excellent communication skills who will reach out to the community and draw people in. The parents voiced their opinion in a series of forums set up by the South Orange Maplewood School District to solicit feedback and input in search for a new superintendent. Dr. Leroy Nunnery, the consultant leading the session, noted that as of last week, close to 700 responses have been received to an online survey. Did you take that survey?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Nunnery also reported that 22 of the 23 candidates have thus far applied for the job. He said that South Orange Maplewood School District was a place that drew good candidates because it is known as a strong, diverse district with illustrious alums and a history of stability for educators. I'd like to know how many minority in that 22 to 23. Would you like to know that?
You know, I don't know. That's neither.
You really don't care about that.
No, and I'll tell you the notes. I mean, is that the extent of the article?
No.
Because I can tell you what I wrote down and what I found in my part of it.
Right, yeah, we're gonna discuss that. At the forum for parents of middle schoolers, a group of 10 parents, which ultimately grew to 14. That's disappointing. 10 parents. 14. Had many positive comments about the district to start. One mother noted that the climate at Maplewood Middle School had been energized by the implementation of the IB, that's your favorite program, the International Baccalaureate Middle Years Program. She said that there was a positive energy and passion shared by school leadership and teachers. Another parent lauded the Model UN program that has grown from 14 kids to more than 40 at Maplewood Middle School.
Wow.
A South Orange Middle School parent talked about how his daughter had been engaged in math and also applauded the health classes and nutrition education. Another parent remarked on the strong science curriculum and that the district middle schools were inviting and accepting places, unlike the common reputation of middle school life. When the conversation turned to criticism, the major and repeated comments were about communication and a deep, deep unevenness of teachers in the middle school.
A deep uneasiness?
Unevenness. Many felt that the late assignment of teachers and teams had to do with this unevenness, as the district tried to afford spending a summer haggling with parents who would want teachers for the children.
What do they mean by unevenness?
Well, I mean, the late assignment of teachers had to do with this unevenness. I mean, let me see.
There were not enough assigned, is that it?
Well, it was signed unevenly. When the conversation turned to criticism, the major and repeated comments were about communication and a deep unevenness of teachers in the middle school. I don't know. Uneven, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's not even.
I guess that's what... Even Steven.
It's odd. Okay. Parents criticized the situation at South Orange Middle School where they say homeroom assignments were posted late. Also, a father said the process of...
I do that.
You what?
Post homework assignments late. Go ahead, what else?
Also, a father said the process of informing parents of math placement was needlessly confusing and mysterious. Yeah. The summer math packet was never communicated, one mother said, and the step-up programs are very under-communicated. Many felt that the path to acceleration in math was also mysterious and hard to navigate. One parent noted that the process must be nearly impossible for parents of ELL students. I guess it's English language
learners, yes.
Okay, students. if it's already so difficult for English-speaking parents? Parents were at odds over whether a new superintendent should have a traditional or non-traditional background. Most wanted a traditional background, but were open to some communication. One parent said she was open to someone who had worked in education, but also switched careers at some point, someone who had business work experience and well-rounded. Another attendee said she felt the superintendent needed a strictly educational background to work effectively with the unions. Yet another felt that an education background was important to command the respect of the teachers.
That's true. Teachers generally don't respect non-teachers.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, if someone is coming in from the outside, from the world of business, and then they want to operate a school as if it were a business.
But does it really matter? I got to get your respect?
Yes, it does.
Really? To get the job done?
In order to get my
boss.
Respect, but
I'm
no,
your
people
boss.
don't.
I don't need to get your respect.
Okay,
I'm
well,
your
you
boss.
can take that if you want, but
But
teachers don't look at stuff like that.
Oh, you guys don't look at because you got tenure, right?
It's not just that. I mean, you are not the boss. This is not a corporation.
He's the boss.
No,
he's
you
the
work.
superintendent
You
of the school system.
for the Board of Education or the Department of Education, just like I do.
So you want a former teacher, a guy who went through who had somebody came through as principal.
I think that yes, we all. I mean, as a teacher, we respect people who have been in a classroom before.
What does this deal with respect?
Can go ahead.
What do you know? You talking? This is an important
You
position.
asked the question, and I'm telling you that we respect people who have been in a classroom. That is why, by saying that you've had that experience, and you know what the majority of people who are teachers who work in a system have to deal with and have to do, then I have respect for you.
You see, I think
if you are coming from Ford Motor Company and you want to try to run this,
it's a business.
No, it is not.
It's a business.
It is a public service. It's not a business.
A public
Businesses
service.
operate for profit. This is not operating for profit. It's operating for the public good.
For the benefits of the kids.
It is operating for the public good. It is not a business.
You get paid to do that.
Yes, I do.
That's right.
Thank you.
So you get paid to do it, right?
He's the
CEO.
business.
He is the CEO of the school district.
And this is the business model that they try to impact and put on us, and nobody is up for that.
Yeah, because you guys.
What's the rest of the article?
Yeah, we're gonna get to the rest of the article.
What I saw.
You guys want to work 5 hours a day.
It's
right.
6 hours and a half. Go ahead.
Six and a half.
Maybe more than that. 6 hours and 40 minutes.
Okay, you want to work 6? You actually maybe work 4 hours out of that 6.5. Let's be honest.
Maybe 5.
You see, maybe 5.
Go ahead.
All right. So you work. You.
I am at work for that amount of time. That doesn't mean I stop working once it's over.
You get paid for 6.5 hours. I actually think you got paid for 7 hours, right?
I get paid a salary. I'm not a wage earner. I get paid a salary.
So what it is that you could work 25 hours a day and you still get 25 hours a week.
That is how salaried employees work.
And you get, I thought you had to work at least 37.5 hours. That's what salary is.
No, I don't know what. I mean, you get people who are CEOs may not even work and they're getting a salary. So here we are talking about a salaried employee.
See,
so when you get a salary, there's